Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. Today is video 4 in our Faded Denim series, which is my design team project for Collage Type, July of 2022. Now, this page is inspired by both Mandy over at Sunflower and Doors and Tanya over at Tatty Treasure. So I've made some changes because I'm not just copying their page, but the page itself was inspired by a video by, I believe, Mandy, and she was inspired by Tanya. So, and I'm inspired by both of them. I watch a lot of their videos, and they do a lot of specialty pages and ephemera before they actually do their folio or book projects. And so I've been trying to do that as a new experiment for me, because as you know, I mostly make my folios. I do make them one page at a time, but I go ahead and put the page build on the page and then glue it right in the book right then. So what I'm trying to do now is to do the page build, but then set it aside, start the book, and then decide where the pages or where I want the pages to go, and then going ahead and doing the pockets and things provided in the kit. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a page build, and let's see, I can take this off because now we know it's video 4. And this is the paper for the page, and you're going to think, wow, there's nothing on that, and you're right, and that's on purpose. So I've already inked the paper, and that's what we need to do. Then we've got a back pocket that's going to be almost the length of the page, so we're going to have to trim that. Not really sure. Oh yeah, it is the same size. Then we're going to have a top pocket, and then we're going to have a bottom pocket that's created by a flip up and a notepad and magnets and fun stuff. So let's create our back pocket first. I'm going to be referring to my notes on this one because I did change it. I know in my mind how they did the originals, but I don't want to get distracted by that. I want to go ahead and do it the way that I want to do it. So we're going to create our front pocket, our back pocket. See, I'm already confused, but we want to put it down just far enough that we can get into it. Okay, so that means we need to trim the page all the way down to the length of the paper, because this pocket is going to go the whole length of the page. Okay, so let's do that. That's why nothing has been inked except the paper. So we're making our sizes, so we're going to have to ink as we go. I guess I could have cut and inked this one and just told you what I had done, but I just now thought of that. So let me cut this off. And so it doesn't matter that there's no tan on the bottom because we're going to put it behind. And in fact, let's put the blue at the top so that we can see it better. Let me make sure that we've got our size correct. Okay, that looks about right. So let's go ahead and ink this. And then we're going to put a thumb hole in it, but we're not going to do it until we get the next pocket made. And you'll see why. Well, we want them to match up, that's why. So I'm going to ink this, even though you're not going to see it, but you will see it from the side. So the paper needs to be inked so you don't see this white core down the side. You can see the difference as I ink it, that it goes to the blue-gray that we're using, which is called Weathered Wood. I love that color. It's one of my 3 new favorites. 4 new favorites, maybe. I really like Gathered Twigs, and I'm liking, what's the other one? I believe it's not old paper, it's a different one. Anyway, one of the tans. It's not tea dye either, it's one shade darker. But anyway, so we're not going to glue this on yet, but we are going to set the size for the second pocket. Now, I chose this paper so we could see the bird and the letters. Oops, magnet grabbed that one. But it's not going to go down the full size of the page. Now, on the other one, they did theirs at halfway and then put the flip up. But we're going to go a little bit past because our flip up is going to be glued on as a pocket. So it's going to come down a little bit. Let's mark this as the top. It's going to come down a little bit, but not a whole lot. So let's see. And we want to cut it off where past half. So let's cut it off about here. That way we know it'll go down behind our flip up. And I know I just, oh, there we go. I was going to say, I know I just marked that. And I'm going ahead and cutting off camera. Pretty sure you guys know how to cut a piece of paper by now. And we're going to go ahead and ink these, even though we're going to put a thumb hole in these two. Then we'll just ink the thumb holes and then we'll glue them together. So let's go ahead and ink this. Now we don't have to ink the bottom because it's going to go behind the flip up. Now we'll put these two on before we put the flip up on. Now, in their videos, they waited and measured the half and the half because they were not making the third pocket. They were putting on a belly band at the top so that there could be a card there. But I decided I wanted a bigger card. So that way we'll have 3 large cards on this page. And we'll have to wait and see. I didn't set a paper aside. Oh, I just inked the bottom. Oh no, we could do the bird that. No, this is the way we have the page done. So what side did I not ink? I didn't ink this side. So we did end up doing all 4 sides. Sorry about that. Goes this way. Let's mark this as the top. Now we're going to put them together. And we're going to cut our thumb hole, only I don't want to cut a thumb hole into the bird. So we're going to put our thumb hole on the side instead of in the center. I'm going to go in halfway. In fact, I'm going to do it this way. I go about to the center of the half. We're going to get a little bit of the bird's tail. And then I want to go half, excuse my head, half and half. Make our thumb hole here. So then when we slide this down, then they match. Probably should have slid it down and then made the thumb hole. You know what I mean? That way we would have had a little more space right there. But I can live with it. I don't know about you guys. When you do yours, go ahead and slide this one down a little bit to where it's going to be. and then make the thumb holes, and then this one will be, but this one will be smaller. So it's up to you whichever way you want to do it. You're definitely going to have to ink it either way. I realize with this dark blue it's hard to see it, but you know when you see it in person you can actually tell where it's been inked. I do have some washi set aside, and I have some magnets set aside. Not sure about the, oh yeah, we're going to use the washi still. Okay, so let's do it right. Let's glue this one on. Remember to glue it as a pocket, so you only need to glue 3 sides. Sorry about my voice. Whoops. Didn't mean to make that corner as, you know, far over as I did. I should make this one a little thicker. Well, I did it again. Alright, so now we're going to put this on even with the bottom of the page. And that'll make our big pocket that goes all the way down. How is it that? That seems crooked, doesn't it? How can that be? Yeah, we can't use that if it's crooked. Oh, crooked at the bottom. Does that make it straight? No, it doesn't. Alright, I'm going to put you on hold. Wait. I think this paper, because how can this one be wider than the paper when they were all cut the same? So this one needs to be cut right here. I know why, because I leaned over to the side to cut it. We need to take this one off. And I need to make a new one of these. Let's see what I've got over here as far as pages. And the second one's going to go all the way down, so I need something dark. Or no, this is going all the way down in the back. So I could potentially use this. Yeah, I have a duplicate of it for some reason. Or I could use this so it's darker at the top. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's try cutting it again. Set this over in our scraps. So we're going to cut about, what was that about? Let's make sure this is dry. What is that? Yeah, let's cut 1/4 of an inch off the top. Which end do I want to be the top? This end is going to be darker when we cut it off. That's not far enough. Let's cut another 1/8 off. Yeah, that was 1/4, so let's cut another 1/8. Let's cut 5/8 off. Sorry, I'm muttering to myself. Let's cut 5/8 off. And then this one was too wide, somehow, by about 1/16. Looks like it may have been a little crooked at the top. So it looks like we'll still be able to use that one. We'll need to ink the side. And instead of trying to cut it out again and potentially messing it up, let's mark where our center is. And then do it that way. Let's see how they line up. Okay, that works. Okay. It's a little bit off. But if we put it like that, then it'll be all right. Okay, so let's ink this side of this one. And I apologize, but we're going to have to ink all of this one. I can't believe I cut those crooked. Now, I guess I could have cut this one in the center, but it would have been covered up by the second one. So we needed to cut them in the same spot in order to be able to use the top thumb hole. Plus, with the thumb holes already in, we'll know the top. You know, if I check this against the paper and it's off and I figure out that it's the paper, I'm going to be very unhappy. That looks straight. All right. Let's glue this on as a pocket. Thank you, Cassie, for the dangle. I chuckle about that because Cassie's my friend, and it's a little joke between us that I say that as often as possible. I do really appreciate it, though. I love it. was a little thick right there. Okay, let's put this on here. That didn't really work. Put that much glue on there so that I could slide it around. Okay. Looks like the paper might have been a little crooked. It's alright, we just covered it up. Now we'll put this one on. And move it down a little further. Okay. Did we redo something on this? No, we re-inked the side already anyway. Now, if I think about this, we maybe could make a second long pocket. Yeah, that goes behind that flap, but we got that pocket. I'm going to go ahead and glue across here and make it a shorter pocket. We don't need three humongous pockets. Okay. Now we're going to make a flap from this paper, and I want the paper to be right, or the writing to be right side up, so we need to do it upside down. Wait a minute. Yeah, we need to do it upside down. Let me think about this. And we want to do it about here. Well, let's say we want it to be this high, which is 3 inches, so we need to cut it at 6. You know what? Let me think about this for a minute. If I do to flip up with this at the bottom, or this on the top. Flipped over, I still want to do it the front way up, don't I? If it's wrong, I'll put you on pause. I always have trouble with this upside down and right side up text. And I just cut it wrong, didn't I? No. Alright, we need it this wide. It's not going to go up that high. Remember, we're folding it in half. That's right. And then we're going to fold it in half this way. And the text is right side up. Look at me go. Okay. So now we're going to have to glue this. Oh, it's time to switch over to another video. So before we do any inking and gluing, in fact, I'll ink it off camera before I start a new video. How about that? So I inked all this. And then we're going to glue it on this way with the text on right side up, and we're going to glue it as a pocket. Now their notepad was taller, but that's because they weren't gluing it on as a pocket. They were gluing it on as a flip up, and the pocket up here being shorter. Okay. So I've inked the inside and the crease. So let's just glue the bottom and the two sides. Obviously the bottom is going to be where there is not a flap. And we've made cards before in this series. And so we're not going to make the writing cards in this video. We're just going to make the page. So now we have this as a pocket. We have this as a pocket that goes down the length of the whole page. This right here. We have this as a pocket that goes down to just behind here. We have this as a pocket. That's the size of this, but we can make our writing card go up as far as we want. Alright. Then we're going to have this flip up. I'm going to put a magnet here to close it, hold it closed. And the reason for that is because we're going to put a little notepad in here. And they put a policy closure that went up to here. And I don't know that I'm wild about that part. So we're going to use magnets on the inside. We're going to cover it with washi and possibly a circle on top of the washi if we need to. And then we can decorate the front here. And remember, I'm doing the ephemera off camera. So all we're going to see, it's open already and I bone folded it once. Or pressed it down. Okay, so now let's do our magnets. And I don't really like doing them on a page, you can see. Not especially good at hiding the tape. Now that I look at it, I'm not sure the washi is going to be wide enough. I can cut the tape down a little bit. Oh, it's down. I don't want to tear the paper. Okay, now let's get that wrinkle out there. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to have to put a circle on it. And now I've put it really close to the top of the page. And I didn't center it. Okay, we might just take a piece of paper and make an uptuck there. We can fix anything. Well, except for those crooked pages. Okay, we're going to put another magnet on the back. Yeah, you see how low that is? Means we're going to have to glue over the tape. And trim this just a smidge where the tape kind of hangs out over. Okay. So now we need to cover this unforced error up. Paper for our notepad. Okay, this is a misprint. Let's see. Nope, it still have the white border. Trying to think. What I can put on there. Don't like that at all. Could put this dark on. No, where's that? Let's put the, oh, that isn't the paper that matches that. There we go. Okay, let's see. We can still put the washi on. That's 1/2 inch. Let's make it 3/4 of an inch, or we could make it a full inch to make it a better size tuck. Yeah, let's do that. See, and this matches the top of the flap. So that is good. I want the dark side to be at the bottom of the so we got lucky and got a save there. Like I said, these are pages I've never done before. They're inspired by other people and changed by me. So we're bound to have a couple of issues. See, now I could have put that down farther because that covers the tape, but it won't cover me taking it off if it tears the tape. Oh, we can't have the darker at the top because that'll make the writing upside down. So this is the top. So we're going to glue across the top. I wonder if we don't even need to glue down the sides, I don't think. Well, let's just so it doesn't flip up. You know, stick up. And let's glue it over the magnet. This is probably a better idea. Boy, that barely covers, doesn't it? It looks like I do have a little mistake there. Okay. Okay. Looks like I'm going to need to add a little more glue on that, and then I'll put a little clip on it, so I'll do that after we're done. So that gives us this here. And then this washi has, this one has butterflies, but we don't need it now to cover. So I'm thinking we might use this one that has feathers on it. I don't remember where I got this washi from. It's from a huge box of washi that I got. Come on. It's got really good sticks, so. I like that. It's got little gold stars. It's hard to see because they're very small. And it matches the tan in the paper. For goodness sakes. All right. There we go. That looks nice. All right, now for our little pad of paper down here, we're just going to use some coffee dyed paper. And to make it easy, well, no, let's make it easy a different way. Now they had this string to hold theirs closed, so they made theirs thicker. I'm going to make this, I'm going to make this only about 3, maybe 4 pages deep. See, we need a little bit of a room. A little bit of room. You know, I may staple it in my little tiny attacher. Okay, I need 2 more pages. I think I'm going to be able to cut this in half. Nope, looks like it's just shy. Because if I staple it, I can staple it through. Let me put all 3 pages on here, just in case I get the width off. At least they'll be all the same width. Looks like the height is off a little bit. Unless I have them stacked. I do have them stacked a little bit off. Yeah. So we're going to center them. Kind of like to be able to spray them with my ink spray. I think that would look cool because I've got some gold that just puts like a shimmer on there. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm just not going to do it. All I'm going to do is staple these right on here, which I won't be able to do with my tiny attacher. I'm going to have to use my regular stapler. So I'm going to staple them here and here into the flap. And then I'm going to put another piece of washi tape over this to hide the staples. And then will match this, the same piece. Okay? So then our page will be like this. And so once again, we'll have a pocket here that goes all the way down, a pocket here that goes down to about here, a pocket here that goes to the bottom of the page. We'll decorate this here. And then you flip this up, you get the washi and the paper, a little writing space right here, and a little notepad on here with some washi across the top that matches this washi. I could actually put another thin piece of paper, but I don't think I'm going to. I think the washi will cover up 2 staples if I put the washi the right way, with 2 of the bigger feathers covering where the staples are. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and that's how it's going to go on the paper, the page. So we're just going to glue this to the book after adding 3 writing cards and finishing off the notepad and then decorating. I'm not sure what I've got that'll go around the corner, but you know what I have. My friend made, oh, it's too tall. My friend Rose from Sweet Tea and Roses, and it's spelled with a Z at the end, R-O-S-E-Z. Sweet Tea and Roses made me this gorgeous corner, and it's got sewing and stuff on it. And I'm hoping to use it somewhere in the book because, as you can see, the colors match perfectly. So I thought maybe I could put it on here, but then we wouldn't be able to flip up the flip up. So I'll put a smaller corner or some embellishment. I've got this set aside to work with our embellishments. So I'm hoping to learn to use more materials along with the paper, and I just love this for texture. So, okay. All right, so that's it for this video. And I know this looks a little barren because we don't have any cards on here, but I promise you I will show you what it looks like in the next video. Or actually you'll see it in the flip through with all the cards and everything, because it'll be an entire book in video 6, which will be the flip through. Okay? All right, I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.